G'day everybody, Osman Collect 63 here, and we're back again with Get to the Comics! Up to Get to the Comics number 60. Wow, 60. So it's a big number, 60. But yeah, first of all, I want to say a big thank you for everyone who's tuning in right now at the time of this recording. Big thank you to everybody who's listening in there in the chat. But so far, I've only got one person in the chat who's here, and one of my special guests. So we'll see who else turns up. But yeah, guys, sorry, just getting all settled in. It is very hot here in the UK, so I do apologize if I got sweat running off my brow. It's been a bit of a hot one. But before we get into it, guys, I want to say a big thank you to our co-pilots, which is in the form of, actually got some of them here with me this evening. A big, whoa, that's not the one I wanted. That's what I wanted. So, in the form of our co-pilots, which is none other than, this might be a little bit old because I might need to update this, but you get the idea. It is none other than Xhibition. He's the next step in comics. He is a VeVe comics collector and X-Men fan since '92. And yeah, bigger fan of X-Men. Loves comics like myself, and yeah, very very knowledgeable. And you will know more about him as well. He also loves give us a good dose of vitamin C on the VeVe show as well. And of course, big shout out to California Comics. Again, he is the world's first Metaverse comic book shop. He come and visit the virtual store in the VeVeverse to find an extensive range of books, as well as many special mint editions and friendly customer service and awesome experience. So yeah, again, big thank you to our co-pilots, and of course we are also myself, Osman Collects, Get to the Comics, and also VeVe are very proud affiliates of the True Media Group, and they have a wide selection of shows, ranging from virtual radio to Future Watch, Enter the Verse, and Aloha Friday. And yeah, all the links and descriptions will be in the video. And of course, we do have a VeVe supported giveaway for the show as well. And a big thank you to VeVe for providing that for us. And yeah, all those details will come very shortly. But as you can probably hear them in the background because I forgot to mute them, we've got our special guests lurking there in the background. So let me bring everybody up. Please, may I welcome to the stage. We have Xhibition, Scotchy, California Comics, and Chris Severs. No, because I'm a bit short of my... There it is, that one. Let's go. How we going, guys? I'm just putting that down.
Good. I muted myself, so no one can hear my smoker scuff. Yeah.
All right.
I'm smart that way. I'm doing good, man.
Hello, everyone.
Good.
Yeah.
Hey, we also got Wheels in the house as well. Yo, let's go. Thanks for tuning in, Wheels, and anyone else might be there. Yeah. How we going, guys? Are we all surviving the heat? Because it is quite warm here on our side of the world.
Oh, well, yeah. Obviously, I'm in the UK with you now, and it's that 1987 Guatemalan heat, I think, from a film we know. Yeah. Very warm in the UK at the moment.
That's it. Also, I love the shirt, Chris. Very, very, very fitting for our read. Very cool. I do also see is that a Boba Fett as well on Scotchy's shirt, or a Mandalorian?
Yeah, Boba.
There we go.
Nice.
Perfect.
That is
Go
the
Boba.
way. And also, first of all, you also out there, you've seen all these other lovely faces on the show before, but we have a new guest with us, Scotchy. First of all, thank you so much for taking the time to come and be on the show.
It's a pleasure, first time for me, but yeah, I'm super happy to be here with a nice guest and you hosting, so it's gonna be a fun show.
Excellent. And now this is always like a little fun bit I like to do with all the new guests, because I am a bit of a Schwarzenegger fan. That was the inspiration behind the name of this channel, and it's called. Now I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions. I want them answered immediately. Who are you, and what do you do? it's more or less just a little thing about who are you, what brings you to the space, what are you into, and just any other fun facts you like to share with the audience, just to give us an idea of who you are. But of course, if you don't want to, that's totally cool as well.
For me.
Yes, you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you.
So who am I? Who am I? I'm a 42 years old collector on VeVe since 4 years, since beginning, basically like every 1 year, I believe. Collected slowly here and there until a bit more since last year. Last year or 2 years roughly, when I started to discuss a bit with Daniel, and also Chris was on mints basically, and I was looking for mints myself on my side in the beginning doing my collection, but it was not like specialized mints. It could be random, but as long as I could match them, I like to make small collections like this on my side. But then I turned to this side of the force, and I got addicted.
The dark side.
So the guy in the bank is calling me every week. What's happening on your bank account? But I said, sorry, all this means I can't go away.
You still have a bank account? Oh my god!
I can imagine you'll say like VeVe on all the transaction statement.
I still need to buy the spaghettis or the potatoes to eat something.
Yeah.
That's it. No, very cool. So, are there any particular mints that you sort of go after? Like, do you have like any like particular style? Like, is it palindrome? Is it binary? Or just anything in particular?
I'm more into the release date and the cover dates.
Okay.
But I'm actually more targeting the months year or day months year than the full year, because the full year is really like unaffordable or difficult to get. So I prefer to have more, but to be a bit on the less valuable, let's say. But they're still really good mints. I like those ones. That's the main thing. I mean, I have few like a 777 for the giveaway, or I have a few 1, 2, 3, but that's not my main thing. It's really the dates.
Nice.
I see Richard turned his nose up when you said about that, because it's not 616, and I see he was.
What's going on here? What's going on here?
You have a 616 drop winner in the house?
That is a #1 mint.
No, very cool. And ladies and gentlemen, we will have an opportunity to sort of talk special mints, because this is a Mint Hunter special, because all of us are kind of like I've got our own like sort of like specialized mints. Obviously, like, you know, Richard's a 616 hunter. I'm kind of like a palindrome mint hunter, and of course Daniel, Chris, and Scotchy have got all their preferred mints as well. So very, very cool. And has anyone actually been picking up anything lately? Like, has anyone picked up any special mints at all?
Yeah.
So I know this. Sorry, that guy's got a couple, and this other guy is just like on the very, very far end has picked up a couple as well. But I'm sure we'll go over that very, very shortly.
Yeah.
And just when it comes to the giveaway, guys, so basically what we do have so we've got the VeVe supported giveaway. So what we're going to do is we have got I've got my StreamYard picker tool running in the background. So if you put in hashtag Star Wars. Make sure I wrote Star Wars. Yep, no, I did write that right. If you put in hashtag Star Wars, that's basically going to put you into the draw to not only get a VeVe supported giveaway, but we've also got a few community-based giveaways as well. And what I'll do is I'll bring them up real quick now so we know what we're playing for. So if I get... So, first of all, we've got... let me just move my face around. There we go, that's better. So, first of all, we've got this amazing 777 mint of Ultimate Comics Spider-Man #1. Done by... This is the rare, done by... Sarah... Is it Sarah Pichelli? That's the one.
Yeah, I think it's Sarah Pichelli, yeah.
Very cool. And this is donated by yourself. So first of all, thank you so much for putting this up, Scotchy. It's really an amazing prize.
That's cool.
Yeah, my contribution for enjoying the journey. So it's part of the journey for me. It's nice to collect. That's what I was doing in the beginning, collecting on my side. But since I'm sharing what I find and then discuss with the others what they find and they got, and it's increasing the fun, honestly. So sharing is part of it.
And that was that's actually, I think I first got to know Scotchy. If I remember right, I think you gifted something to Chris. This is probably about over a year ago now. And Chris had said, look what this guy from France, being Scotchy, has gifted me. And that's just unbelievable. And so that's definitely part of what this space is all about. But yeah, that's 777. That's pretty special.
Yeah, that's an insane number, man. That one looks awesome.
Very lucky.
Yeah, and I second that as well. Like that's probably one of the most important parts about this whole experience is collecting and connecting with others, whether it be online or in real life. Like Dane and myself actually, we caught up last weekend for London Film and Comic Con. So doing like little meetups like that is also a fantastic experience as well. So
That's cool.
which is also it was also a lot of fun. So basically spent the day in London. Went to the con, saw like some famous faces of the likes of who we see. We saw Mel Gibson, Danny Glover. Saw a few people from Star Trek as well. We met up with a few comic book artists as well, and just a really awesome experience.
We
Is
see.
there anyone? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we met Addy as well. Is it Addy Gradnoff?
Yeah, grand off.
Yeah, he was a real cool dude. He actually signed one of the comics on a digital one, and I insisted on paying him for it, but he actually did it for free. He was he definitely a very pro VeVe, that's for sure.
Yeah,
Dude, it would be so cool to see in VeVe if you get that feature that they can sign them for real, as a digital autograph. It's definitely coming. And we definitely need someone to explain the etiquette at the Comic Cons before all the VeVe leavers are going with their comics. They got like, oh, I got 890 comics. Can you sign them all?
Oh yeah,
Just the whole digital stack. No, just one.
Just one.
Maybe two.
Pick your favorite.
But if you look digitally, it will solve the issue, though. Digitally, they will not like take a pen and sign it, or maybe the signature is already pre-made digitally and they can go faster and do more. Or
No, I think it would be cooler if you actually have to go to a Comic Con in person itself, and they have to, just on the screen, and then it locks it in or something.
So you have like a one-of-one signatures, not looking the same as the next one.
Yeah, well, just and then usually you got like CDC there or something, or it needs to be a photograph that you got some proof that it's the actual autograph, just like the real deal, just like the normal ones, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I know he's
Very
not
cool.
here today, but Denis did that at a Vancouver Comic Con.
Oh yeah.
I think it's Brian Stillfreeze that writes for art for Black Panther, and he had
another one.
He had the one-on-one artwork that Denis has, and so he found him at this comic event, and I guess he screen grabbed the photo, and then Brian, using his iPhone writer, just signed the cover, and so he had people taking pictures of it, so you could see him doing it, and so it's signed, but it's a weird way of doing it. But yeah, that'll eventually clear up. It'll have to.
Yeah, I think Todd McFarlane is doing it that way as well, just with the screenshots and then it's just a layer over it. Yeah, but it would be really cool if it's just attached to it, right? And then you can sell it on the market as well. That opens a whole new market and new possibilities. Absolutely.
Well, look how well one-on-ones do already, right? I mean, there's only one, but they're usually signed on the back or something. And that's it's a cool thing. I'd look forward to that. That'd be fun. So.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
We'll have to stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, you're right. It is definitely coming. But going back to the giveaway, so we've also got the teacher, which is a Yoda, which is done by Kid Arcade from his Light Parade collection. So that's up for grabs. I do also have a Twisted Comics bundle as well by Neil Gibson, which we also met up at London Film and Comic Con as well, and also he was my special guest from the last episode of Gets to the Comics as well. He's a UK publisher and just trying to shine a bit of light on his work, just help get his name out there. But I've got basically a copy of The Theory of Volume 1, and I've also got a copy of Twisted Dark Volume 1 up for grabs as well. So that's going to be an e-copy of the book.
That's pretty cool.
And I also got a WebV-Man NFT, number 32 or 40. It shines, it glistens, it does all the cool stuff. So that's up for grabs as well. And of course, we've got the VeVe supported giveaway. So we've got 5 prizes, and basically I'm going to have them all on a prize wheel at the end of the read. So stay tuned, guys. Make sure you get the hashtags in while you can. Okay, and that's for what we're reading now. So this is what we're reading, ladies and gentlemen. So we're reading this one, Star Wars #1, which is the 1977 version. And for anyone's not familiar with what VeVe is, so this is going to be on the VeVe platform. And for anyone who's, hang on, let me just move my screen back around again so if we can see. There we go. So for anyone who's not familiar what VeVe is, VeVe is basically a company based in New Zealand that specializes in premium digital collectibles, and they basically work with all the big IP like Disney, Marvel, obviously Star Wars. They've also got other big names as well, like Maserati, Lamborghini. They've also got all sorts of other big names as well, but we'll go over that shortly as well. And they also do comic books as well, so they do like things like Star Wars, Spider-Man, Avengers, all the other fun stuff as well. And we'll go over that in a bit more detail after we finish our read. But this is basically what we are reading. So it says here, it's the adaptation of A New Hope. Meet Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Obi-Wan, and villainous Darth Vader. Short, sweet, and straight to the point. So it's basically just like a retelling of the Star Wars A New Hope.
I like the trademark with it. Is it always on the comics? The TM, you see Luke Skywalker, then trademark. Just in the text.
Where'd you see it, down in the bottom?
Oh yeah, down there.
No, just the text you were just reading. And
right.
It has a trademark next to it, like Luke Skywalker trademark.
Oh yeah, TM. Yeah, I see it.
Right. Yeah. Do they always do that, or I think Spider-Man is just Spider-Man, right?
I think it's by the brand or the IP. I have to go look.
Yeah, I to be honest, I've never actually noticed it until you pointed it out. And now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it. So now I'm gonna have to go back and check them all now. Thank you very much for that. But these are some of this is some of the details we have here. So so it dropped in on May 4th on 2022. Writers are Roy Thomas and artist is Howard. I want to say Chaykin, but I probably said that wrong.
Chaykin.
Chaykin.
Chaykin. Right. And these are some of the covers that we have on VeVe. So we've got the common cover. We've got our uncommon cover, which is this awesome. That's better. We've got this awesome poster cover, which is really, really cool.
That's the original theatrical release poster.
That's right.
So highly coveted for poster collectors.
Yeah, I think that is my favorite Star Wars cover ever. Yeah. You see a lot of homages to it as well. I think when you look at Powers of X #1, you will see that homage as well to it. Always with the lights and that sort of stuff. So cool, man. It's really cool.
Very cool. Yeah, we'll have to have a look a bit later on and see what these are going for in the market. Might pick one up if they're going cheap enough. And of course, we've got our rare and ultra rare covers, which is some very cool black and white sort of sketchy type variants. Very cool.
Chris, I expect Chris and Scotchy might know this, but the mid-1977, which variant that's actually on?
I don't know. Is that on the poster one, or is that one on the exclusive?
It's actually this secret rare. So Miller, who you might know, is he's got that one, and he's an absolute savant. He's got, I think, the Fantastic Four 1961. He's got a plethora of some of the grails and super keys with the publication year. But yeah, that one, I suppose in a way it makes it extra special. The fact it's on secret rare.
Okay. I remember Dave, you said once too. I think these exclusives are were they handmade by Lucasfilm artists for VeVe? I'm getting to have that secret rare with that edition. Holy cow!
I think they are inside I don't know if it's the VHS or something like this. It's like they are with the movie somewhere. I think you can see it right if you can open bigger at the bottom. It's written the variants.
Okay, no, down here. Okay, hang on.
Back cover variant. Okay.
Isn't it the case with Star Wars that the comic book was released earlier than the movie itself?
Yeah, the original book for Star Wars came out in 1976. So that was adapted into the movie. So anyone that has 1976 editions, those are kind of important for Star Wars fans. And I have a lot of, I know we talked about this, Daniel. I've got a lot of George Lucas, like birthday, May 1944, May 14th, 1444s I collect a lot of. So there's so many different ways. I know we'll probably talk about this later, but that's sort of the fun, right? There's so many angles on this, but.
Yeah, which is a good thing for Star Wars, because if there was only 2 dates to collect and so many collectors are looking after them, there would be nothing left for everyone.
It'd be kind of boring, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's fun. Like, I'm a 71 guy, so that's when Lucasfilm was first created. So you can go all the way back to there. Some people love, like what the dates where the filming was in Tunisia and all, like there's so many crazy things, right? But
you got the one I've got figured out a few months ago. I think someone shared with me. Is the 1138. So the George Lucas first film being THX 1138, and then I think it's an Easter egg they roll in a lot of the Star Wars movies.
Yeah, it's in like license plates of vehicles. It's addresses of shops in Mos Eisley. It was his first real sci-fi movie, and so it's a really important number. Right? It's really cool.
Okay, so
THX audio. If anyone had that back in the 80s and 90s, when you crank your stereo up, and the THX would go.
Okay.
All connected. So.
But it's insane to find the secret here at 78 gems. It's crazy. I know there's a 2000 edition, but still, the secret here, first Star Wars comic book, and it was one of the first Star Wars NFTs actually on the platform. But
I think
it was not so many. I don't know if after C3PO and R2D2, then I don't know if Vader came out.
Yeah, it was
R2 or the comic, or it was all the same month.
Yeah, it was the Golden Moments. I think they came out first, and then I think it was either Vader came next, and then this comic book, or it was the other way around.
Yeah,
that's fair. And I know we'll probably come to this, but how many actual Star Wars fans know this even exists? It's.
So I say, like, to see these rates, when let's just say when that Star Wars fandom comes and realizes what these are. I think the prices right now are reflective that people don't understand how big the IP is. They just see that VeVe dropped 40,000 of these, so there's too many. And you've got 40 million Star Wars fans. Star Wars sells 10 million lightsabers a year at Disneyland. Right? Start putting those type of things together, right? That's where I see this going.
Yeah. Is that financial advice? Or
not financial advice.
Nothing said on this channel is class financial advice.
Buy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I suppose we better begin into our read. We're going to run out of time. So so let me bring up what we're looking at. Yep. So this is what So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let me just move the people across. There we go. So we are going to be reading Star Wars #1, which is this is actually my copy. So I actually have the ultra rare cover, which is very cool. But before we get into it, look, guys, this is always like a little fun part that I like to do. Hey, we got DDS in the house as well. So Osmedians, I like that. I have to write that down. Yeah, it's another little fun part, guys. I like to do because I'm a bit of a Schwarzenegger fan. So to pump everyone up, I go, okay, everybody, are you ready? And then we all go, get to the comics in our best or worst Arnold impersonation as we possibly can. If you want to participate, fantastic. If you don't, that's totally cool as well. I'm going to do it either way because it's fun. And so Daniel, California Comics, Scotchy, Richard, Chris, are you ready?
Ready.
Let's do it. Let's get to the comics.
Get to the comics.
Come on, dude. Oh, he's got the blaster. Oh my god, get down. Get down. That's it. Well, okay, he's done this hundreds of times in the movies. So he's killed aliens before, and predators. He's done it all.
Everyone,
very cool. No, that was a cool blaster. I have to get one. That was wicked.
I found that 1982. I think it's got the same batteries in it. They built
nice.
them back.
They built them strong.
Seriously, get the same batteries.
Yeah. They're probably full of lead and everything else you can't have now.
All that fun stuff.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Oh, we got a few more people rolling in the chat. So we got Doctor Strange in the house. Say, Doctor, that before I forget, that AI video that you put out on X, brilliant, mate, fantastic. Sorry, I haven't had much of a chance to comment on it because I've had like life to deal with, but yeah, it was awesome, man. So congratulations.
I think it got a lot of traction as well, didn't it? Which was a lot of impressions, if I remember right.
Mm-hmm. Great.
All
man.
right, let me check on some music and we better get into it. We're gonna run out of time. So let's so it's a galactic. Here we go. We got some music. We're going to a galaxy far, far away, and let's see how we go now. It's 21 pages. Because it's a 77's college, there's a lot of verbiage, so we'll see how we go. But, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have Star Wars. Ba, 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 ba. And I better be careful because I might get demonetized. But I might get copyright.
Yeah, it was that good. It was spot on.
It's like, is that? Hey, Flexi Collects in the house. Thanks for dropping in, mate. And of course, guys, don't forget, we've got to get your hashtags in for the VeVe supported giveaway and also community giveaways at the end of the read. So let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Star Wars, adapted from George Lucas Films. Also, if the music's a bit too loud, guys, let me know and I will adjust accordingly. Now, because this is really tiny text, let me just bring up my reader.
I put my reading glasses.
I know. So here we go. It is a period of civil war in the galaxy. A brave alliance of underground freedom fighters has challenged the tyranny and oppression of the awesome galactic empire. Bum bum bum. And look, we got all sorts of things going on here. Pew 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 pew. They're under attack. To crush the rebellion once and for all, the empire is constructing a sinister new battle station, powerful enough to destroy an entire planet. Its completion will spell certain doom for the champions of freedom. Striking from a fortress hidden among the billion stars of the galaxy, rebel spaceships have won their first victory in a battle with a powerful Imperial Starfleet. The Empire fears that another defeat could bring 1,000 more. Solar systems into the rebellion and Imperial control over the galaxy would be lost forever. Bum bum bum. Okay. Did someone else want to take the narration for a second? Because I just realized, I just realized that my missus is trying to get in the house and I've locked her out. So I will be back in 2 seconds.
But that is in the near future. At this moment, above the yellow planet Tatooine, a gigantic Imperial starship pursues a rebel spacecraft. Its deadly laser bolts disintegrate the smaller ship's main solar fin with a soul-searing shudder.
Sorry, I'm back.
Oh, that was really fast.
Perfect timing.
Yeah, I mean, I had angry misses on the end of the phone saying let me in, so I was like, I'll be right back. Okay. So, where are we up to?
Yeah, I just done this part and I'm just
Done
starting at the next one.
Cool. All right, okay, let me get back over to the next page.
Moments later.
And that is 3 hours later. And also just realized that's better. There we go. Right, back into it. Oh, okay. We got Dungeon Crawler Kevin. Hashtag Star Wars. Thanks for tuning in, mate.
Awesome.
So moments later. Yeah.
3 moments later. Okay, moments later. Looks like all hell's breaking loose. We got the Star Wars. Pew, 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 pew. The stormtroopers are coming in.
Battling rays have joined the two vessels. And suddenly, the Imperial troops come pouring through a wide gaping hole.
Oh no! Okay, we got R2. Who was R2?
Accent.
So
Daniel or Oz got to be R2.
Yeah. So we're in Daniel. You want to have a crack at it?
You're muted.
Oh, you're muted.
So I'll let you take this one.
Okay. Okay, so C-3PO, so... oh, this is madness, R2! We got, okay, so... And in this chaos, it is strange, perhaps to focus not upon the humans or on both sides who live and violently die. but upon a pair of robots designated C3PO and R2D2, more familiarly seen 3PO and R2D2. Yes, R2. I suppose you're right. We should flee this way, down the corridor. Oh God! Trying to channel my inner Anthony Daniels because there's only one C3PO.
That's right.
Oh, it looks as if there's no escape for this captain this time. I think this is melting. It's like he's like getting knocked off his feet. Ah! This is all your fault. I should have known better than to trust the logic of a half-sized thermocapsulated housing anesthesia. Something I can't really read. Hey, wait! Where are you going? It's like, whoa, into the hatch. But meanwhile,
Did I do the narration? Or?
yeah, go for it. Yeah, go for it.
Blow on a death white wasteland, which is the planet Tatooine. Is it Tatooine?
Tatooine, that's it.
Tatooine. A bright sparkle in the morning sky catches a watchful eye. Luke Skywalker lowers his macro binoculars, standing transfixed for a moment. Then he leaps nimbly into the nearby, recently repaired land speeder and aims the craft towards the distant town of Anchorhead. So isn't he supposed to be like 14 or something here?
Yeah, 16. He's like in senior high school, probably.
Yeah, remember those high school shows in the 80s and 90s where, or like Grease, for example, where everyone is just 32 and is supposed to be 16?
Right.
That's it. Yeah.
I get the same kind of vibe here.
Okay, so we're back over here. So
Wow, on the wounded starship.
okay, so we got a random stormtrooper. Who wants to be a random stormtrooper? What about Scotchy? You would be a stormtrooper?
Okay, I can be Stormtrooper. Lord Vader, the ship's information retrieval system has been wiped clean.
Oh, okay, I
Then
guess
this-
so.
Who's speaking next?
I think that's that was a bit loud. That's better. I think that was
Vader?
This rebel. I think that's supposed to be Vader. So who wants to be Vader?
I'll go.
Yeah, go for it.
There we go.
So,
Then this rebel will tell us what we need to know.
ooh, nice. That's the go.
Where is the data you intercepted?
So, we're on
Yeah, give me a rebel. Who wants to be a rebel?
Yeah, I'll do it. So we're on a diplomatic mission.
Liar. Where are those information tapes? This ship carries the crest of Alderaan. Is any of the royal family on board?
Darth Vader, Dark Lord
Nice.
of the Sith, tightened his fingers on the rebel officer's throat, but he still receives no answer. Unless it be the awful, unquestionable finality of a single gruesome snapping sound.
My throat.
Who's dead? Stop tearing this ship apart. Piece by piece. Until you have those tapes.
It's like, oh, okay. So find those tapes.
And find the passengers of this vessel. I want them alive.
Yes,
Okay,
yes,
okay.
Lord Vader.
Nice.
The Imperial troops fall over each other in their haste to leave, as much to escape their master's presence as to carry out his orders. Wow,
That's it.
not far distant.
Oh,
You know-
R2.
you know-
So this is where the vanished to.
The unknown girl who kneels by the smaller robot is probably beautiful by human standards. Yeah.
She's alright.
Hey, you know what I just noticed is that we don't have that really cool intro like you have in the movies with that in a galaxy.
Oh, yeah, like,
Far away.
like the
Yeah.
the scrolling
Next
thing.
Maybe
Nah,
for next time, if
maybe
we're gonna
next
do
time.
Star Wars, we got 5 people here. Like everybody's gonna.
That's it.
But 3PO, being a robot himself, takes scant notice of her, and the next moment she's gone, as if she were a part of the thickening haze.
Well, R2, what are we going to do? Will we sent to the space mines of Kessel, or even... Wait, where are you going? It's like... It's just like, R2 just actually does whatever he wants. He's like, yeah, I'm not taking anything from you, C-Pro.
He listens to no one.
He listens to no one, does what he wants. Mission? What mission are you talking about? Hey, we're not permitted to go near those emergency life pods. Oh, don't you call me a mindless philosopher. You overweight globe of grease.
Next, as a new and closer explosion sends dust and debris and flames through the sub-hallway, 3PO finds that even a robot can change his mind. And then, as the safety door snaps shut behind him,
I'm going to regret this.
there is the sudden thunder of exploding latches. And then a tiny life pod ejects from the disabled starfighter. S, back aboard.
And back aboard. Okay, we got some more stormtroopers.
There's one of them. Set weapons for stun.
Okay. Who wants to be Leia? What about Daniel? You want to be Leia?
I do know. I'm not going to go too deep now, but I'll be.
Go.
Yeah.
Go for it.
I've set mine to kill.
And the young girl starts to flee once more, but unfortunately not at the light speed of a paralysis ray.
Oh no! Sapped in the shoulder.
Oh no, she's paralyzed. What are we going to do, boys?
Oh no! Look, she's falling down on her face.
She'll be alright. Report to Lord Vader.
To Lord Vader. Okay, so Princess is down. Wonder how Vader's gonna give that. Well, meanwhile,
Wow, on Tatooine City Anchorhead.
so who have we got here? So I guess we got a random citizen.
I told you to slow
you
down. Sounds like an old man.
Slow down. So who we got here? So we're in some kind of shop. Well, let's see what's going on. Hey, Carmine, did you hear a young mouse blaster through here?
It was just warning you on another rampage fixer.
Nice.
Yes.
So we got here. Okay, so this one's Luke, I think. Who wants to be Luke?
Sleep it up, you two. Big. When did you get back?
Okay, but well, Scotchy, you want to be Biggs?
Yeah, just now. I thought you'd be here. Certainly didn't expect you to be out working.
Hey, what happened? Didn't you get your commission?
Why, of course, I got it. Signed aboard the Ran Ecliptic last week. First mate Biggs Dark Lighter at your service.
Oh, good
I
for
just
you.
came back to say goodbye to all you unfortunate landlocked simpletons.
You simpletons, you landlocked simpletons. I like that.
Wait, I almost forgot. There's a battle going on right here in our system. Come and look.
Not again. No, it's not me.
Not again. Forget it, Biggs. He's always something else. No,
Yeah,
I mean, come on.
I think that's just like some random bystander or something. I'm not sure. Random citizen.
Up there, can you see?
That's no battle load shot. They're just sitting there. Probably a freighter tanker refueling. Just look
Alright.
now.
So yeah, you're still looking up. This got random citizen. I keep telling him, you wormy, the rebel line's a long way from here. I doubt with the Empire would even fight to keep this system. Believe me, Luke. This planet is a big hunk of nothing. So he's like, I don't believe you. Look at that face. He's like, you lie.
He's thinking, how am I ever going to get off this rock?
That's it. All right,
Like
next
nothing,
phase.
Wow.
Okay, what are we up to now?
Out in space.
Okay.
Lord Vader, I should have known. Only you could be so bold.
Oh, I think that might have been Leia, but that's
Oh.
okay. That's right. We can roll with it.
Yeah. Who's
Okay,
Leia?
Leia.
That was Daniel.
Oh, sorry. So, when they hear you've attacked a diplomat,
Don't play games with me, Your Highness. This ship passed directly through a restricted system. Several transmissions were beamed to this ship by spies who are now unfortunately dead. I want to know what happened to those data tapes.
Ooh, what happened to the data tapes?
Uh,
Oh, hang on. I think I missed
Remember
one
the
there.
Imperial? Oh no, that's Leia.
That's right.
I
Leia's there. I don't
think-
know what. That's it.
yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
Alright. Oh no, Dan, next one. Yeah.
That's it. So
I'll do,
I'm
I'll do the other guy. I'm a member of the Imperial Senate on a diplomatic mission to.
You're part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor.
Oh no. Okay,
She
let's-
should be destroyed, Lord Vader.
My duty is to find the rebels' hidden fortress commander. She is my only link to discovering its location, and I intend to use it. Meanwhile, send a distress signal. Call it a meteorite storm.
Ooh. And vaporize.
Vaporize this ship. Don't leave anything. Then inform her father and the Senate that all aboard were killed. I've been informed that a repair pod was somehow jettisoned during the fighting. The data
Oh,
tapes
no.
must be hidden in it. Send a detachment down to retrieve them without attracting attention.
Ooh, yeah, we all know basically where the data tapes are in R2. So let's see what happens now.
Below, in the place called Juneland, or No Man's Land, where rock desert masses meet the foreboding dune sea. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun,
The lifeboat,
dun. I like
the
that.
lifeboat Darth Vader seeks lies half buried in the sand.
All right, and then we got our two favorite joys. Is taking a nice casual walk. What a forsaken place this is. We seem to be made to suffer. Uh-oh. That was nice. Oh, I've got to rest before I fall apart. My joints are almost froze. Now, where do you think you're going? Oh, he's off. Oh, are you? Oh, he's off. Well, I'm not going that way. Go on if you want to. And don't let me catch you following me and begging for help. Oh, looks like he might be in a bit of trouble here. He's been zapped. Zappy zap. He's been zapped with Chris's blaster. Because you won't get it. Do you hear, R2? You get no help from me. So looks like you might need some help now. R2! Off into the janky looking sandcrawler.
Available
Oh,
for your
no.
pleasure on the VeVe collectible.
That's it, yeah. That's it. Jawas and Sandcrawler both available on the VeVe app. Please remember to use our either my affiliate link or any other affiliate link for 10 gems back. Okay, moving on. So where are we at now? So back to Luke and Biggs.
Things haven't been the same since you left Tatooine, Biggs. It's been so quiet. Who's Biggs?
Biggs. Yeah, go for it.
Look, I shouldn't tell you this, but you're the only one I can trust. And if I don't come back, I want somebody to know.
What are you talking about?
I made some friends at the academy, Luke. When our frigate goes to one of the central systems, we're going to jump ship and join the Alliance.
Join the rebellion? Are you kidding now? How?
Oh.
Quiet down, will you? My friend has a friend on Destine who might help us make contact. I know it's a long shot, but
You're crazy. You could wander around forever trying to find them.
I'm not going to wait for the Empire to draft me into service. This rebellion is spreading, and I want to be on the side I believe in.
And I'm stuck here on Tatooine.
I thought you were going to the academy next turn. Get off this rock.
Not likely. My uncle needs me here for just one more season. I can't leave him now.
What good is all your uncle's work if he ends up merely a tenant soon, slaving away for the greater glory of the Empire? Well, I've got to go. I'm leaving in the morning.
And I guess I won't see you.
Maybe someday. I'll keep a lookout.
Take care of yourself, Biggs. You'll always be the best friend I've got.
Oh, he's off to join the rebellion.
A little more background on Biggs. I
Yeah.
didn't see too much in the first game.
No, that's it. Like, yeah, we didn't really get much on Biggs, did we? Like in the films.
Was he in the films, Biggs?
Yeah, he was.
Kind of missed him. Wow, in a soulless Imperial conference room somewhere in the galaxy.
Okay, so we got a whole heap of what's it, Imperial officers. Who wants to be an Imperial officer? Who wants to sound important?
Yeah, I will do that one.
Alright, cool.
I tell you, Darth Vader has gone too far. The Sith Lord sent by the Emperor will be our undoing. The Rebel Alliance is more dangerous than you realize.
Oh, okay. And another one. Who was the other guy? Daniel, do you want to have a crack at it? Oh,
You.
you're mute again.
Yeah,
There
so
he
I
is.
lost track where we were. Sorry.
Nah, that's a good mate. Dangerous.
Okay, yeah.
Dangerous
So-
to our Starfleet.
So dangerous to your Starfleet, Commander Tage, not to this battle station.
You're a fool, Admiral Mati. The rebellion will continue to gain support the Imperial Senate as long as
Ooh, it's like he's standing behind you.
oh right, this is the same dude. The Imperial Senate is no longer of any concern to us, gentlemen.
Oh, it's Grand Moff Tarkin and Lord Vader. And look at the artwork on Vader. He doesn't look very. He kind of looks like, I don't know.
Early design.
Yes, that's
No,
a
it's,
different dude, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's his stunt double.
Yeah, back in those days, right? You have to cut
That's
costs
it.
somewhere.
Sorry, my first thought was like something like Spaceballs. It's like you've captured their stunt doubles.
If you look
Anyway.
too, that's kind of the like on the cover. That's this. See it on top,
Oh yeah,
little Vader.
yeah.
Rough
Kind of the
before he designed. So,
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're up to this part. So I guess this is this is Tarkin. So I can do Tarkin. I have just received word that the Emperor has dissolved the Council permanently. The last remnants of the old Republic have been swept away. The regional governors now have direct control over their territories.
Impossible. How will the Emperor maintain control without the bureaucracy?
Fear will keep the local systems in line. Fear of this battle station which nears completion.
And what of the rebellion, Sovereign Tarkin?
If the rebels have obtained a complete technical readout of this battle station, it is possible, however unlikely, that they may find a weakness and exploit it.
the technical data you refer to will soon be back in all hands.
Or so they think. It's like... Alright, so where are we up to? Page 11. So we're getting there. Okay, so we got I'm guessing this is the random.
Yeah, I will
Council
take it.
member.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, go then.
Any attack made against this station by the rebels would be useless gesture, no matter what technical data they have obtained. This battle station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
Ooh,
I've
nice.
become too proud of this technological terror you've created, Admiral Multi.
Okay.
I think you missed a bit at the bottom.
Oh, yeah, no, so
Yeah.
that's it. The ability.
Still Vader, no?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's Vader.
The ability to destroy a planet is insignificant next to the cosmic force.
Oh, yes.
The power cosmic.
The power cosmic. Yeah. Oops, wrong franchise.
Don't try to frighten us with your sorcerous ways, Lord Vader. Your sad devotion to that ancient religion hasn't helped you conjure up those stolen data tapes, or enabled you to find the rebels' hidden fortress.
Oh no.
Why I have to laugh? I can't skip me.
I
Nice,
find your
nice.
lack of faith.
This
Good.
is class. Love it. Love it. It's like my throat. Look at the face. He's like, and at that moment, he realized he messed up. It's like, enough. Enough of this, Vader. Release him. This bickering is pointless. Lord Vader will find the location of the rebel fortress by the time this station is operational. Then we will crush the rebellion with one swift strike.
You know, in the movies, so we were talking about the movies earlier, and I just recently saw them like 2-3 years ago.
Mhm.
But you know, when you watch the movie, so everybody knows this, right? But I didn't know it at the time, and I find your lack of faith disturbing, as of course the classic line. But what I didn't understand about the character of Darth Vader is that at the beginning, he's just seen as this zealous weirdo a bit, you know, and so it doesn't really come forward in this scene, but in the movies it's like, oh right, that is so cool, because I thought as a Star Wars outsider that Darth Vader was basically the main kind of villain and everybody knew about him, but he was just like a bit like, oh, this weirdo with his black samurai mask and cape, and you know.
No.
So I thought it was so cool.
Here, like when you were in theaters in 1977, you'd never seen anything like that before. And so when he first comes into that rebel cruiser that they just attacked and had the battle on, and he walks into the scene, people in the crowd were gasping. Like kids were crying. It was terrifying. And you went home at night and you had nightmares about the dark black. You didn't know who he was. He just was terrorizing. And so, yeah, over the course of the whole series, now you know who he is. Or it's been a great backstory.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And back on Tatooine, aboard the lumbering sandcrawler of the desert-dwelling Jawas.
Oh, will this never end? Wake up, R2! Wake up! We've stopped! We're doomed! Do you think the Jawas will melt us down? It's like, well, you're a great comfort.
Suddenly, through an opening hatch, blinding white light fills the chamber.
They want us to go outside. I was right, we're doomed!
That's how you do!
It's like, we're doomed! That's it. Shout out to Anthony Daniels, the one and only C-3PO.
Let's see, this is a new character, I suppose.
Yeah, I think he might be the start like a buyer.
Should I do him?
Yeah, go for it.
Luke, tell your Uncle Owen that if he gets it translated, to be sure it speaks Buka. I speak Baka on a Saturday night.
Baka. That's it. I speak Baka after a couple of drinks.
Right. It looks like we don't have much of a choice on Baru, but I'll remind him. Oh, I think that was good.
Okay, so it's Owen and Brew. Okay, got it.
Yes,
Oh,
this R2D2 model will do fine. That other one over there looks like ready for the junk heap. Save your sales pitch, you robot. Do you know etiquette and protocol?
It's like yeah, the Jawa's like an It's like, do I know protocol? Why, it's my fine break function. I am well versed in the customs and.
I don't need a protocol droid. I need a droid that knows something about the binary language of moisture vaporators.
Oh, vaporators, sir. My first job was programming binary lord lifters and very similar.
Do you speak?
It's like it's like a second language, sir. For me, sir, I am as fluent as.
Shut up!
Smack!
Ah! That's so good.
So
I'll take this one.
Shutting up, sir.
Luke, take them to the garage and clean them up.
but I was going into Toshi Station to.
After you finish your chores.
Uncle Owen, this R2 unit has a bad motivator. Look.
Boing. It's like boing.
Boing.
It's like boing. If I might say so, sir, this R2 unit is in top condition, a real bargain.
Then we'll take it as a replacement. I'll take care of the Jawas, Luke. Run along.
It's like, boop-a-doo-boop-a-doo. Don't you forget this, R2. Why I stick my neck out for you is beyond my capacity to. This is and you got the Jawas like probably scalping him for everything he's got. Nah, very cool. Hey, your Guru in the house. Say, Guru in the house, vegan things. Doctor Strange there as well. Oh yeah, Guri. Say, Chris is rocking some shirts.
I got your shirt on in the background here, Gary. Thanks again.
Okay.
It just isn't fair. Biggs is right. I'll never get out of here.
Is there anything I might do to help, sir?
Yes, you can call me Luke. Lots of carbon scoring here. You're about to see a lot of action. Well, my little friend, you've got something jammed in here. Looking good. Let's
So
see what. Oh,
It's like, whoa! Okay. We got Leia. Daniel, you want to be Leia again?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, go for it.
You might have to zoom in, I can't see.
Oh. Hang on, wait. How's that?
Yeah. That's it. Obi-Wan Kenobi, help me. You're my only hope.
what's this? A three-dimensional hologram, and she's beautiful.
So,
Obi-Wan Kenobi, help me. You're my only hope.
that's it. Unfortunately, there's a very harsh truth that will hit him later on. then he's gonna rethink that statement.
Or not.
Or not. Yeah. So, ba-dum. So.
That's
Yeah, that was me. R2 says it's nothing, sir. Merely a manifestation. Pay no attention to it.
But who is this girl?
I think she was a passenger on our last voyage, sir, but I don't.
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Is there any more to this hologram?
R2 says he's the property of Obi-Wan Kenobi, and it is a private message for him. Quite frankly, sir, I don't know what he's talking about. Our last master was Captain Antilles.
I don't know any Obi-Wan, but there's an old Ben Kenobi who lives out beyond the Dune Sea. Never heard it. Wonder. I wonder if I remove this restraining bolt.
Oh
The
no!
holograms disappeared, girl and all.
I'm sorry, sir, but he appears to have picked up a slight flutter. Perhaps later.
Play back the entire message, R2. Make her come back.
Yeah, for science.
That's right, for science, yeah.
Read again.
Yeah, I want to
That's
see
it.
Luke again.
That's it. Bring back the pretty lady.
He's just sitting there on a desert planet.
Well, yeah, he's sitting there on a desert planet, sees a pretty lady. 2 and 2. Anyway, moving on.
Soon afterwards, at dinner.
Uncle Owen, I think that R2 unit might be stolen goods.
And what makes you think that, Luke?
I stumbled upon a recording while I was cleaning it. The droid claims to be the property of someone called Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh no, look. Question mark. What? How dare you say a name?
I thought he might mean old Ben. The name is similar. You know what?
It's a name from another time that can only mean trouble. You stay away from that old wizard. Do you hear me? He's dangerous. Tomorrow you have that R2 unit's memory flushed. And that'll be the end of it. I don't care where that droid come from. It belongs to us now.
But what if this Obi-Wan comes looking for the droid?
He won't. He died at the same time as your father. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh no.
Forget about it.
Did he know my father?
I said forget it.
All right. But if these new droids work out, I'd like to transmit my application to the Academy this year.
You mean next term? Before harvest?
You've got more than enough droids to...
Oh. Sorry.
No, you're right, you're right.
Droids can replace you, Luke. It's just for one more season. For the first time, we've got the fortune coming into our hands. Maybe after next season.
But that means another year.
Yes, smartass. The time will pass before you know it.
Nice.
That's what you said last year. When Biggs and Tank left.
Where are you going?
It looks like I'm going nowhere. I have to finish cleaning the droids.
Uh-huh. Cleaning those droids.
That's it.
That's Biggs.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, that's Owen and Brew. I think that's is that Brew? That's Brew.
Oh, right.
We can't keep him here forever. Most of his friends are gone.
I'll make it up to him next year. I promise.
Luke's just not a farmer, Owen. Too much of his father in him.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Oh, too much like Dad. So what's he gonna do? Is he gonna take that, or is he gonna keep going? What? Oh, page 15. Okay, nearly there.
3PO, R2, where are you two? This control box will pop you out into the open.
Yeah.
What are you hiding for? Where's R2?
It wasn't my fault, sir. Please don't deactivate me. I told him not to go, but he's faulty malfunctioning. Kept babbling on about his mission.
Oh no.
Moments
Oh, no.
later. Moments later. Outside.
Nice.
No sign of him, even with these electro binoculars. Uncle Owen's gonna kill me for this.
Begging your pardon, sir, but can't we just go after him?
Not at night. It's too dangerous. With all the sand people around. Come morning, we'll...
Luke,
Oh, I have it.
you about finished with those droids?
Be there in a minute, Uncle Owen. Oh, that little R2 droid's going to get me into a lot of trouble.
Oh Oh dear. He excels at that, sir. Those asteroid droids are getting too much for me. Even I can't handle their logic sometimes.
Hours later, as dawn slowly creeps over the sparse but sparkling oasis, which is Owen's lair homestead. Owen Lars' homestead. Beru, have you seen Luke this morning?
He got to work early. Took the new droids with him, I guess.
Well, you better have those condescending units on the South Ridge by midday, or there'll be hell to pay.
Hell to pay.
There's no idea the hell coming.
As you're gonna be a big
Meanwhile,
we got stormtroopers.
some distance away, 4 Imperial stormtroopers mill about a familiar form, a half-buried life pod.
There you go. Scotchy, you want to take the stormtroopers?
Yeah. This is the one. But there are no data tapes here, sir. If only we knew who was in the pod when it hold it. This small piece of metal I found in the sand. Droids.
Droids.
Right.
Okay, so what to look?
Old Ben Kenobi lives out in this direction somewhere, 3PO. I don't see R2 how R2 could have. Wait, there's something dead ahead on the scanner. Looks like our droid. Hit it, 3PO.
Oh, he's off.
There's a tiny land speeder glides across the desert floor. Its occupants are unaware of a deadly laser rifle being aimed at them. Yet if another hand which grasps the gun before it can be fired.
Oh no. That's it.
Moments later. They do a lot of moments later in this.
I do a lot of moments.
Yeah, they have a trouble transitioning between the panels.
That's it.
Oh, just write it down. Moments later, following a
Beep.
heated argument in the barbaric tongue, the two Sand People, or Tusken Raiders as they are sometimes called, are scurrying around the rocky terrain towards two enormous banthas fettered nearby,
That's it.
mounting the elephantine creatures to ride up. They ride up down the rock bluff in ominous silence.
No one saw. It's like. I just love Tusken Raiders. We need Tusken Raiders on VeVe. That's next.
Those are the kind of coming.
They have to become, yeah. Or some Banthas. Even some Banthas would be cool.
Wow, on the floor of a massive canyon.
And just where did you think you were going? 3PO.
What was it? Doo-doo-doo. He's still talking that Obi-Wan Kenobi gibberish, sir. Even though you're his rightful master now. R2, you're fortunate we doesn't blast you into a million pieces right here.
Well, come on. It's getting late. I only hope we can get back before.
No, what?
Now what?
Oh, bye, sir. R2 says there are several creatures approaching rapidly from the southeast.
Sand people.
Oh, no.
Or worse.
Or worse. What's worse than sand people?
I've never been out this far before. Can't see on the left. There we
My
go.
bad.
I've never seen out this far before. The wild things here are said to be weird and savage. Hurry. From the ridge, we can scan the whole canyon. I just hope that R2 unit is on the blink.
As you know, sir, such a thing is not beyond the realm of possibility. Come, R2! It's like... Alright, well, okay, let's do some sand people action now. Let's getting real.
No such luck. There are two banthas down there, and yep, there's sand people, all right. I see one of them. Molly, but there must be two of them. Where's the other?
Where's the other? Oh, sir, look out!
What?
Suddenly, a gruesome Tuscan raider looms above the startled lad.
This is
And
like
only his laser rifle, now smashed to bits, prevents Luke Skywalker's skull from being the same.
Look at that.
The Gaddafi of the Sand People is a formidable weapon. In seconds, Luke is forced backwards till he staggers at the edge of a deep crevice.
Crevasso! Oh, 3
Trippier was already toppled into it.
He's like, whoa!
And
Oh
now,
my!
the sinister raider towers above the terrified boy, laughing his horrible, inhuman laugh. His dreaded axe blade poised
Nice.
to kill.
So, I like this comedy here from who is the best voice actor of today's show. So let us know, guys.
It's
Oh,
Vader.
next-
Huh?
That's it. We got Vader. I know. I thought we all did pretty good. Tuscan Rose. Oh, next issue on to. Oh, is that it?
Of the Ultra.
That was it,
Oh,
man.
that's it. That's it. It's left us on a cliffhanger. Is Luke gonna get his skull bashed in by the Gaddafi stick? Is someone gonna save him? We're gonna have to see.
Trippier, all right.
The kid to find that out.
Does anyone knows how many issues there is to cover the full movie?
I think it's 6.
We watched 6 the whole thing. The original was 3, the original trilogy. So it was New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi.
But here on the number 1, it's not covering the full story of New Hope.
No.
So
No,
was there some more?
We've been deceived.
Right?
That's
We
right.
downloaded the whole series. We watched the whole series on. As kids, we had to wait 3 years for the next book to come out, for the movie to come out. It was horrible, but that was how they created so much excitement. Wait to see what came next. 3 years went by like that.
So here we go. Let's turn that down. There we go. So just to give you an idea, because I did took the liberty of pulling this up as well. So yeah, there's 6 issues. So yeah, like I said, we got number 1 here, and then it basically goes into 2, number 3, 4, 5, and 6. Actually, no. So there's 7, 8. Actually, no. So there's more. The Cloud
Yeah,
Raiders.
but the story itself, I think it's the first 6.
Yeah, 6.
The first
Yeah.
6, yeah.
Okay.
The theatrical release was slow and painful waiting, but it was awesome. What was that? 1980, May 1980.
There's no 10.0 in existence as well. It's only 9.8 is the highest.
Oh, that's cool.
It's,
It says they made a movie out of this. Insane. I know, right?
it's, I'll tell you what was pretty cool about that. Obviously, I was observing more than participating. Is that if you go back to like page 15, Oz, like the bottom panel of page 15, it's like my eye. Like that. Yeah. So when in time, you know, this might not be a tomorrow thing, but being able to just at the very bottom, that bottom panel, the shot where they're leaving the planet, is to be able to use that artwork in the VeVeverse. So if you could extract that from the page and actually have that independently placed in your VeVeverse space, I think that would be a bit of a game changer with some of the art we can create with the books.
That's cool.
Yeah, very cool. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Star Wars number 1 of 1977. So what do we think of that one, guys? I know there was a lot of verbiage in that one, but it was good. It was fun. So I think everyone had a good time. So every time I listen to a stormtrooper speak now, I'm going to hear him with a French accent. So thank you, Scotchy. I thought it was really cool.
You were good as Tarkin, Alex. That was pretty good.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, and
You
also
know,
fantastic.
Yeah,
go on.
Well, the cool thing that Star Wars has done and why it has made such a cultural impact is that you don't see it in the comic, but in the movie is when, so normally when they got a futuristic setting or a modern setting with spaceships, everything was pristine, everything was like white because that was the future. And what Star Wars did is like they made everything used, and that is such a logical thing to do, right? And you can still see it to this day. For example, that opening scene with Guardians of the Galaxy, when Peter Quill, Star Lord, he's got this scanner at the beginning, and it scans what has happened moments before, and then he has to to slap it a couple of times, and then it starts working. That is what Star Wars has done. So.
I love
I
he uses the 80s Walkman,
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah, and when you watch the movie, that all those spaceships and stuff, they all got dents in it, and there's dust on it, and this old piece of junk, because that's how you talk to your car as well. So that's such a cool thing to do. Absolutely.
Let's go.
No, very cool.
Yeah,
So
fun
yeah,
one.
so that was a fun one. Like it was a bit of a long one, but yeah, it was good fun. Let us know out there in the comments as well, guys, out there in the chat. I was like I said, on my way, I'll put the who did the best voice actor of today's show. Let me know there in the comments, guys. And yeah, again, big thank you to everyone for tuning in. Big thank you to everyone who's finding us on the replay. If you're tuning in from there, please remember like, follow, subscribe if you enjoyed the content and enjoyed what you hear. It does help the channel grow. And yeah, that was Star Wars #1, which is available on the VeVe app, which is right here. And if you want to pick yourself up one right now, they are currently going for 3 gems and 39 frags. Very, very affordable. And yeah,
You
could
see,
even.
I see Dungeon Crawler Kevin in the comments saying like they made a movie out of this.
Yeah,
I know. So they made movie. I know they made like a whole like lore out of this. They made movies and TV series. Go figure.
yeah.
So Shankster in the background saying this was cool. Thank you, Shankster.
Chris, I'm interested. Obviously, Chris and Scotchy, I know you've got something, but what special mints have you got for Star Wars?
Ooh.
Few. I've got. I know I've got a lot of George Lucas, of course. His birthday, May 1444. So I got a lot of 1444s and 0544s. I didn't get as you mentioned, I think the 1977 was, I couldn't find it, but I get a lot of May the 4th be with you. I like the 5/4s, 5401, 5477. I like the, if you can get like, what was I saying here? The, like I go for like 1077, 7701, 7601, those historic. I'm kind of like Scotchy. I like the historical mint editions that have some connection to the history. Mm-hmm. So quite a few of those, and then pairing them up with the collectibles, the Vaders, the lightsabers, trying to somehow put these bigger sets together behind the scenes. So it's easier sometimes when we had these high mint runs, because you had so many number combinations you could do that. But today, as the mint counts are coming down, finding those key edition numbers, they're getting a little harder. So when you can find some that are attractive on that historical side, that could be it's harder, but it's, I think, more rewarding when you find them. So,
and I guess there was also less people looking after those mint, no, in the time when the first one came out with these high mints.
Yeah, I mean, that was, I think, when VeVe came out and said we're going to give you a 5% bonus or a bonus MCP for the top 5%. Everybody focused on the low numbers, and so that's where I used to have these chats with Denis, right, when we started this. Like, well, how do we do something different than what the herd is doing? Where's the unique? And that's where he said, well, they put the edition number right on the front of the asset. That's got to mean something. So that's where we started curating. And of course, I just, being a comic collector as a kid, half the fun was going into garage sales or comic book shops where you had the dollar bins, and you were always hunting, looking for something that somebody maybe didn't realize what they'd just given away. And so that fulfilled that hunting aspect. Doing the homework, researching the dates, the years, drop dates, and then going into the market and putting those mints together. It's funny because over the course, like in the early days, we went for every single drop, and it was so exciting, right? We all remember the super fast, the pushing, right? But now there's so many assets. It seems weird when I sometimes see the posts about, oh, the drop didn't sell out. But there's so many reasons for that now, because there's so many things that people might collect as their favorite fandom. You don't need to chase everything. It's also, there's a lot of people like us that go after the edition numbers. So if I go for a drop, I risk, unless I'm Richard and I get a 616 drop or something like that.
Yeah, maybe.
But harder to do, right? And so, I might be willing to pay a little premium on the floor to find the edition number that has more meaning to me behind that. So
Yeah, that's always the big thing, isn't it? When they drop something that you want, and then it's like, all right, am I going to do market hunting, or am I going to pull the lever a couple of times? That's always
especially if, like, even now with some of the counts, like the secret rares could be so low. I know I talked with Gary about Gary O. If anyone follows him on X, but he's constantly on Twitter just saying, look how scarce these are, how few there are, especially with some of the modern, like the modern drops on VeVe Comics. 40 secret rares, and if they don't sell out, and if they, like in the Blue app, they're burning. Like some of these secret rares, there's less than 40. It's crazy. We have this ability right now to scoop some of them up. So
and it's not only the most of those secret rares, especially on VeVe Blue, those are big comics, like Omega Red or Apocalypse and that sort of
big
stuff.
history.
I think Apocalypse is X Factor number 6. It has, I think, it's something like 60 editions or something.
Yeah,
it's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
So it's a price.
Some of them now.
Well, these days you be fast, right? Because every 30 days they get burned, and usually it goes on for a week or two or so. But after 2-3 months, it's in a couple of hundreds. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think a lot too. Like, you've got burning now, so the scarcity is becoming an important thing. VeVe, I know we talked about this, Richard, right? When VeVe allowed a bonus for comic set completion,
right? Yeah,
you're almost 17 points a day. That's higher than a lot of the old, like, remember people used to chase the Disney posters, for instance, because they were 15 or 16 points a day. It's hard to accumulate that. So now all of a sudden there's I call it, like that blog I just put out, right? The supply shock. Some of these sets are going to get super hard to complete. Because why would you sell one to, I don't know. I just been trying to shore up a few sets before I change my strategy yet again. But it's like,
you have to be adaptable. Yeah. And the thing with secret rares, and you still have the top 5% as well. So and even we have low editions, but the thing is, if it's only 3,000 editions total, and they keep 250, they take those off of the low editions, so you're still getting a low edition. It's not under 300 or 150 because it's 5%. So let's say you got 3,000 editions, you do 5%, that's 150. But actually, it goes up to 400 in that case if they keep 250. So you have to think about that. So secret rare is 6 MCP points for a comic. So top 5%, that is 3 extra, so that is 9, and then you're getting you complete your set, so that's another 5 points. So secret rares can be worth 14 points. This is insane. It's absolutely insane.
Like, that's
some of these books as well. That's that Proof Red, White, Black #1. Try getting a copy of that now. Like, I actually exchange. I managed to get the last mint on the common, and I sold one I did have, and someone bought it, I think, yesterday for about 39 gems. You know, that's the common. That was only going for 7 gems in store a matter of probably about 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
So these key books are going to be they're just incredibly scarce, some of them.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was some of them too. Like I don't know the history. I got to go back in, but like that Obi-Wan set you just showed, Alex. Like there's some pretty cool artwork there. Like
just look at this one, like 13 gems for a secret rare.
Yeah, that was my my first drop. This Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
I think I started a week before or 2 weeks before, and then I went through all the motions from like, oh, this is stupid, to all right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw all my money I have into this.
Yeah.
But it went really fast, and
Yeah.
then this was my first official drop.
I think, and there was number 77 stuck into the floor right now. Just then.
77.
Yeah.
1177. 15
Yeah.
gems. Not financial advice, but options there.
I've got the 1577 SR of this one, and I think I also got it for 20 or 30 gems, something like this.
Nice. Yeah. This one was actually the first secret rare I ever got on drop.
Nice.
Yeah, but then I ended up selling it when it was a lot higher than that. But yeah, ever since this one, I never got a secret rare since.
Yeah, the cool
Nice.
one with the min number 1177. So here's the thing, right? Of course, the min number for this one would be something like 1977 or 2022. But the cool thing about 1177 is it might not fetch as high as a premium, but it will sell faster. You know, if I am in the market for a secret rare Obi-Wan and I'm seeing these floor prices, which one I'm going to get? You know, if I only get one, I'm going to get the 1177, obviously, because it's the same price.
Yeah, 100%. I can't remember what I bought earlier, but there was 2 on the floor. One was just a very random mint, and then the other one was 4404. And I just bought that one just because it looked clearly not a special mint, but it just looked that little bit cooler.
Yeah.
The other thing I'm finding I've been doing this for a while, is that I typically will buy from someone that I know, or someone that I know is in the community, even if it means paying a little bit more over the floor. I found myself doing that quite frequently as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool.
Because you also know that money is going to circulate, you know, at the moment we're at a bit of a low point, of course, but definitely in the future when there's some new money coming in again. But as of now as well, you know, if you're going to buy something and you see a familiar name, it's like, oh, I'm going for that one, because you know he's going to, you know, if you see my name, you know I'm going to buy X-Men comic books, right? So
Yeah.
all the money's going back into the market, you know, so it keeps circulating. I think that's how you create a healthy market.
Yeah, definitely.
Like some of these are now tracking, like this Obi-Wan, the ultra rare variants, 295 on eBay, average 77 on Go Collect. So I mean, it's a new book. It's from 22, but they're starting to see some traction. A lot have been graded.
Okay, cool.
I don't know about you guys, but now when you look on the market, I find it difficult to buy a random mint. It has to have a little bit of something to buy. Especially, I realized when they created the sets for the comics. So I was missing uncommon and rares, and I was just buying them to complete the sets before it goes nuts on the price. Yep. And that's where I got a bit some random hits, but I was still trying to get something nice here and there, but I wanted to complete them, especially on the big books. I mean, it will be impossible to get those sets. That's the first thing that people will buy, the big books, even though we all think that it's high means, nobody is no valuable, but if VeVe succeed and this digital market works, then this will be nothing. Yeah. We won't even make the difference. And even if some people, you would focus on a 300 supply over a 60,000, yeah, but what will people want as well? It's again the supply, the demand, the offer.
Yeah, and so we were talking about all these newer comics with lower editions, but before it was like 600 editions, right? So, for example, you got first appearance Gambit, that one is 600. If you are an X-Men fan and you're going into the VV space at some point, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna buy this one. Oh, I'm just gonna buy a common. That's how we all start, right? Oh, just one common of the ones you like. But at some point, you go like,
Yeah.
I need that secret rare of Gambit. And then you're like, oh, still, it's just 600, 40, that is low, but 600 for Gambit, that is nothing. That is nothing, man.
Yeah.
And especially because now you can complete the sets and you can put them in the VV-verse. So, I don't play a lot around in the VV-verse, but, I put all those comics from common to secret rare, right? And now I'm seeing all those holes into it. Yeah, it's like, oh, I don't have that one. Oh, I need an ultra rare. I need that one. It's like, oh man.
Yeah,
You know,
like this one here.
yeah, so like a gambit that is like well, should we call it old VV? Because it got 600 or 500 editions, but
What
still,
have we
that
got
is
here?
nothing. That is nothing for a character like Gambit. You saw it with X-Men 97 and how
Yeah.
popular, and not only Gambit. I mean, of course, you got Rogue, but also
Yeah.
all the characters like Kitty Pryde. We see Magic getting very popular these days. I'm telling you, man, in a couple of years with the MCU and the Star Wars kind of thing, you got all those characters, Magic, Emma Frost. They are going to be, front and center. And there's a whole generation who don't really know the X-Men. By the way, that is really weird. I worked with people who didn't know who Wolverine was. How insane is that?
What?
They were like young.
That's shocking.
Well,
Yeah.
they keep calling me Boomer. Shut up, Boomer.
But
I'm not
isn't it
that
that
old.
they will come into the MCU? That's the plan, no? To bring back the
Oh yeah,
X-Men.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
No,
it. Yeah.
100%. Yeah, you already got the mutants now, slowly dripping in, and I think a Secret Wars. You're gonna see the Fox verse with Cyclops and all the old characters,
Yeah.
Famke Janssen and that sort of stuff. And then they're gonna wrap that up, and then we're going to get the real. What I think is going to happen with Secret Wars is that all the timelines are going to be, all the variations are going to be destroyed, and then you just got the main 616 that in MCU after Secret Wars. You already. If you go to the movies lately, you already seeing it shaping up that way. Let's put it that way. Yeah. So I think in 2027 we got just one timeline in the MCU. That's why I'm also collecting 616 because publishing dates and starting dates is all super cool. But 616 is special, right? Because all the big stories we know, it's all 616. So if you, for example, Fantastic Four, you want to have that 1961, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Because that is the date, the start of the Marvel age. But that one is expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, but well, I'm not sure. I would guess that 616 is quite up there in price as well. But the 616 of Fantastic Four, you still go like, yeah, man, that is the starting date. That is it. Yeah, that is the main sacred timeline.
There's well, you know the prices firsthand. Some of the 616 goes for mega money.
Yeah,
Some
now these days, yeah, I didn't plan on collecting those. It just happened. So I think it was already 2 years ago. Then I saw one for I think it was around 100 gems or 150 gems. It was X-Men 137, so Death of Phoenix, and I was like, ah, ah, wait a minute, because I was trying to. You always trying to focus your collecting journey. It never works that way, but you're like, oh, if I go this route, I stick to it. And then I was like, all right, all right. And then I saw another one popping up. It was like, all right, now I got two. So I was like, I'm gonna buy that one and I'm gonna buy the other one. And I don't know, it was a lot of people. They were just dumping their comics for whatever reason because they fell off. But I got 14 616s for the X-Men now. Yeah, it's absolutely insane. And especially I got Gambit and Rogue as the 616, and that is absolutely my precious.
That's it.
And the thing is,
Precious.
one of them I bought for 100 gems, the other one for 300. So for a total of 400 gems, I got two major X-Men characters, FAs and 616. And that is my mint number. Some people go for starting date or publishing date. All these mint numbers, they are one of ones. All of
Yeah.
them. There's
Well,
only one 616. There's only one
Yep.
9061.
yeah.
You can,
Well, and I
you
think
can,
you'll find in the future that will be a key mint for sure. And
yeah,
even I think Comics and Crypto put out recently about their one of one for their 1977 lightsaber, and I think there was a few comments on there saying like, how can it be a one of one? There's 48,000 and whatnot, but there's these categories where these mints fall into, and they are one of ones. It's undeniable.
So
yeah.
just
I think.
just on the subject of bounties, sorry, like you got a bit of a bounty board going of your own at the moment, don't you, Daniel?
Ooh, look at
I've,
that.
I've stepped aside for the 616, not to tread on my pal's toes. But yeah, that's the latest store bounty.
Do you know if everything has been minted?
The last time I checked, I don't think any of those have been minted. I don't know about Planet Death actually, but yeah. So I think from what I understand, they're all available. Um, Unfortunately, I've got a good crew of bounty hunters actually that I'll send this to separately.
Ooh, nice.
And they're constant. There's some absolute superb collectors out there that will go and mint the green comic store. I've actually, since we've been on the chat, there's someone who's a level 100 who does that. He mints probably be about 20 books daily, and he'll just shoot you over the images of ones he's hit. But yeah, this is a more bespoke sort of our version of Comics and Crypto, doing our more series on it.
Yeah, very cool. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. If you do happen to have any of these in your collection, you can always consider getting in contact with California Comics, and you never know, you might be able to make some money out of it.
Yeah, so you can on Stacker, the website, you can type in your mint numbers, and then you can see who has it. So that is super handy. But you used to be able to see if it was in VeVe's wallet, but they took that feature out. I mean,
Did they now?
yeah, like everyone was looking for that 1976 of Nova that just dropped Nova #1.
Oh yeah.
And it didn't show up on VeVe, and everything was minted, but it was in VeVe's wallet. So
But then if you don't find any transaction on Stacker, that means it's with VeVe.
well, then I think it's burned. So yeah, so if it's completely sold out, then you're like, oh, then it's probably in VeVe's wallet for the other ones.
Before
So
the
now,
burning.
yeah, there's no way to tell if it's burned or if it's in
But
VeVe's wallet. So that's
I
super
mean,
annoying.
before the 30 days, it's not burnt. But it just came
That's
out.
yeah, well, that is correct.
Very cool. All right, guys. Well, we are getting a little bit long on time. So like I said, as we've been chatting, I've been sort of like displaying basically what VeVe is and what VeVe has to offer. I won't go into great details about it because I've done videos on it in the past. So if you guys are more interested and want to know more about how VeVe works, you can check them out. But yeah, guys, I just want to. I think we better get into the giveaway and then we better start wrapping things up because I know it's getting late for some of us there across the pond, and I know my missus is going to start getting angry at me if I start making too much noise. So, how about we actually? So before we do that, were there any special mints or anything that anybody wanted to display or showcase or anything else anyone else wanted to cover before we get into giveaways?
Oh, like if I wouldn't mind seeing what Scotchy and Chris have got up their sleeve. Is there like if you was picking can you pick a number one from your collection?
Oh,
Yeah.
There's a lot, huh?
I'll tell you what, there is one mint Chris has got, and every time I think you might flex it in the market, and it's the Fantastic Four one. I want to
Yeah.
say is it the 11161.
yeah,
Oh, it always
Yeah.
gets my eye.
yeah. Cover FA November 61. So yeah, I got that from friend Anthony a couple of years back, and if anyone else has seen him trading, and then I got I started this whole sort of edition number chasing back when I grabbed Fantastic Four #1 1961 8. 8 is the official Marvel release date of that book. Back when we had the five digits, so you could do that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You've got who said it earlier, Scotchy? I think you've got the year plus the month of its official release, which I think is for me it's very accurate. So it's not just the year, which could represent any month. I mean, it is important a year, right? That's why they put it on the stamp. But I just like adding that month feature to it. So an 861 or a 618 type of thing would be great too. So that was just kind of my approach. But yeah, I do like them. And every once in a while, I gotta have a quick peek and just like, yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, they are. That's why. That's what Richard was saying. That they are all one of ones, and a 31,839 for Marvel Comics. It's certainly a one of one. There's not so many, or if you can't put the possibility, you can have 4 of them if you swap the months, the day, and the year. So over the 60,000 available. And then if you go now across rarities, it's only 2 commons, 1 uncommon, and 1 rare. So that's the scarcity and the uniqueness of the mints.
I probably have a lot of those August 39s too on the MC1, but it's I've always said this from right in the very beginning. There's more Marvel fans in the world than 60,000. And so if you're a Marvel fan and you realize MC1 is available for purchase, the knee jerk is it's kind of like maybe a bad example. I don't know, right? Non-financial advice, but it's kind of like when Bitcoin's at $100,000, everybody thinks it's too expensive because the mentality is you have to buy a full one. You don't buy fractional shares of it. When you equate that to Marvel Comics #1, there's only 65 in the world that are graded. I mean, people would pay $1 million for a portion of a page if they had it. So that's kind of how I look at this going, I mean, I've got more than one Marvel Comics #1, right? That's a book I like to stack when it's this level. It's like, to me, that's appealing because, I mean, I don't know, Sanjay, Mr. MC1, he's probably got 1,000 of them. It's not that one person has one and there's 60,000. It's a handful of people have a cluster of them. So that's another way of looking at it. There's like Bitcoin's only got 21 million. MC1 only has 60,000. And I also look back when it dropped in August of 1939. They released 80,000. They sold out immediately. They printed another 880,000. So this book had 1 million in circulation. Today there's 65 known that are graded. So even if you equate 60,000, divide that by the million, we were at a tiny percentage of the original distribution of that book. And so for Marvel to license that as their digital representation of the original, I like to say, that was what first wowed me about VeVe. How did they do that? This is not a reprint. This is not a facsimile. This is the first ever asset that nobody understands yet, right? Because it's weird. I think it's because it's still connected a little bit to crypto and NFTs, and there's a narrative issue, but that's going to change quick. I think it's not.
Yeah. So, how do you feel about this, Chris? So, I think so. We still see that on Twitter, right? And usually, it's always like, "It's no Web3, it's no Web3," and that sort of stuff. I think if VeVe is going to be successful, the whole Web3 element is not important for that. So that is my take on it. I think like me and I know a whole lot of other people, they don't have any crypto. If they do have crypto, it's OMI. They don't really care for it. They don't care for NFTs or anything. So like me, I don't care. So if somebody says to me like, "Oh, this is not an NFT because of this and that," it's like, "Oh, by the way, I do think they are NFTs because NFTs is just a receipt stored on a blockchain, and that is so." But anyway, let's say it's like it's not. It's like so what? It's still a Marvel licensed digital expert. That's why I'm there, and you can verify it, and you can see the transactions and everything.
Aaron
Even
said
if
that
they,
once on his. Remember, he had the My Collectibles
yeah,
YouTubes, right? And he said, "It's this simple for me. I can buy it, I can read it, I can sell it. I
yeah,
can't do that in any other format other than
Yep.
print. I can't do
That's
that on
right.
Marvel Unlimited. I can rent it, I can read it, and then I move on to the next. But there's a piece that was missing, and so
yeah,
I think I always say VeVe nailed it with the easy button approach. They made this simple so that you don't have to understand crypto. You don't need to move currencies in and out of wallets and risk where is it and did it go through, and you know where it is. And I think
yeah,
that's the reason VeVe has the number of IP partners they do. They trust the system. They wouldn't be handing all this out if they didn't believe in it or thought that this was probably a good approach. Right? They want mainstream adoption at some point too. Right now, I just think it's they're kind of waiting a little bit. There's the narrative issue in the world, but I mean, geez, I like what Bitcoin hit yesterday, today, 117.
Yep.
Like
yeah.
it's narrative changing, right? You see it happen. So
And still people are complaining about Bitcoin because they feel like it's not doing enough.
yeah,
They're expecting 2K or 3K.
what else do you want it to do?
There's one big YouTuber he's doing for VeVe. He was covering Omi and VeVe as well. It's called the Modern Investor. I
Yeah,
don't really
Oh yeah.
follow.
I
Yeah. I
saw
know.
that yesterday. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't really follow him, but I sometimes see him on X, and lately I saw his frustrations about the crypto market, and now he quit. He's like 170,000. That does it, and he quits. It's like
Yeah.
it's a very weird space as well. Crypto,
Yeah.
you would
But
think
also the but
17 is good, but
yeah. But also the reasons why he quit as well is also quite valid as well because like sometimes you just have to reassess your why.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
but
I didn't do a deep dive into it, but I was feeling the moment was coming for him. The way he was posting lately. But yeah, man, take a break. Your mental health is way more important.
oh
Family is
yeah,
way more important.
yeah,
yeah,
I know.
You know.
Well, the reason was he wants to start a family. That's what he was saying on his on his channel.
yeah.
Yeah, so he's just like 24/7 on CoinGecko. He just doesn't know where to put it. The phone is just
Yeah. But just going back to minting mint numbers. This is basically the one that's in my crown jewel. So this is my secret rare Predator poster because I'm a Predator fan, and I have got the mint number 87, which is the release year of the first Predator movie, which is my favorite movie of all time, my favorite franchise, and that's just something that's that connects with me.
That's very cool.
Nice, nice.
Have they? Was there any more 87s minted? Do you know?
Any more 87s? As far as I can tell, no. But I tell you what, though, I just going back to my own collection here. Like, I minted the new Predator comic that just came out. But look at the mint number I got on that one.
Almost.
I was just like, I almost jumped for joy and then saw the zero and just went, "Dah!" But that's still pretty. That's still pretty close. So I'll take that.
Yeah, because it reads 87.
That's right. See,
Right.
look,
I
see,
see it.
yeah. So if, as I say, if I take my cursor and put it right about there, then there's an 87. So yeah, it still counts.
Right.
yeah. Just
I,
screenshot it like that and put it on Twitter. Now for sale.
Exactly.
I
No,
wrote
but
to I
Did
wrote
I
to
see?
Vivi about the numbers. Sorry, I wrote because I was at I have a partner statue, 230 min
okay.
number, but when I bought it, it's listed, so it's 4 digits because there's 4,000 something supply. So it was 0230 when I bought it. So
Right.
and then VeVe, when they made the new app, they removed the zero in the front. So
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wrote to
yeah.
them. I said about 0230, which looks 23 Disney, surrounded by 2 zeros, and now I have 230 is less sexy, let's say. And I wrote it, and I never had any reply. But I saw that I can see it sometimes. I don't know when, but they put it back. So they are listening, obviously. Then,
That's good.
yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, it is getting late, so I think we better get into this giveaway just while we still got some time. But yeah, guys. Again, big thank you to everyone for tuning in the chat there. I can see everyone starting to blow up there. I see Wes in the house as well. Hinano's just come out of a meeting, so hopefully it wasn't too boring. You can see you all on screen. But yeah. So again, yeah, guys, we just read Star Wars #1. It was it was like a lot of words, but it was 21 pages. Great read. Everyone had a good time. But yeah, I think it's about time we get into the giveaway. But guys, remember, last chance to get your hashtags in hashtag Star Wars for your chance to enter the draw, because we got a couple of draws this time around. So make sure you get them in, and then we'll do it, and then we'll it says it was a True meeting. Okay. Stay tuned for what's coming out of True Media, because these guys are coming up with some pretty juicy stuff.
Spoiler
Yeah.
alert, Hanano.
Is that right?
Give us some tips, Hanano. What's coming?
Oh yeah, that's it. Drop
Spoiler
some
alert.
alpha. Let's go. Oh, yeah, hashtag. So yeah, Shanks got hers. I mean, get in. Okay, right now, let me just put this over here so everyone can see it. But. Okay, at least get this all queued up. Okay, guys. So yeah, last chance. Hashtag Star Wars. Yeah, make sure hashtag Star Wars. Last chance. 3, 2, 1, and that's it. Okay, I'm gonna take the banner away now. Hashtag Star Wars. Yeah.
I tell you what's really cool why you do that. I just had a DM from someone that reposted the giveaway for those secret rares of Nova 1, and they must be brand new, because they've asked me basically they've asked me how to repost it, but then they've also asked how do they buy the comic or get the comic. So that's pretty cool.
Very cool.
That's
so
cool.
you say to them, well, first of all, you use my referral link, which is in the description. That's what you say to them first. And guys, if you do feel inclined to do so, please make sure you use either my referral link or someone's referral link, and then that way they win, you win, and everyone wins. And and if you want to learn more about VeVe, don't be afraid to drop someone in the community a text, whether a message on X, whether it be myself or someone else. Yeah, let me just bring this up before I forget about it. So yeah, actually, what's it doing? No, that's not supposed to be it. That one. So if you want to learn a bit more about our guests, first of all, you can follow Scotchy there on X, along with this guy here, Chris Severs. So you can follow us on X. Also check out Chris's latest blog as well. Very, very good, very good read. I still haven't had a chance to read it. I'm sorry, Chris, but we'll get to it. Just I've been busy with moving house. That's on my priority list at the moment.
All good. You're busy.
Mate, tell me about it. Moving house, never again. But yeah, and also this is if you want to follow me on X. That details there as well. Please follow Get to the Comics on X as well. And also, yeah, this is me as well. I've also got my little referral link there as well if you want to use that. But yeah, normally we do these every Friday, but this will be the last show for about a month or so, just because I'm in the process of moving house. So I got to pack my house up, put it back together, and then get myself back on my feet. But I'll try not to be out for too long. But yeah, so again, big thank you to everyone for tuning in. Big thank you for everyone who participating in the read. And let's get into the giveaway then. So what we're going to do is I've got a wheel of prizes, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this.
The games begin.
And we're going to put on some tense music, and we're going to run for our first participant. Our first participant is... Let me write this down before I forget. It is... Oh, where's my mouse card?
Oh,
Nice.
yes.
Chris Severs.
Who's going to say rigged? Who's going
Oh
to say
boy.
Rigged. But the
Awesome,
question
man.
is, Chris.
Congrats.
But
Me-
the question is, what did you win? Now that is the real question. So now we
Yes.
go over to here. So like I said before, guys, I got a bit of a prize wheel going on here. We've got up for grabs. I'll do it one more time, then I'll run it. We've got not only that, we have got number mint 777 of Ultimate Spider Comics Spider-Man #1, which is the rare by Sarah Pichelli, which has been donated by Scotchy. Again, thank you so much for that. We have got the teacher Kid Arcade NFT from his Light Parade collection. I do have an e-copy of The Theory and Twisted Dark from Twisted Comics by Neil Gibson, who was my guest from the last episode of Get to the Comics. And also a VeVe Man NFT, number 32, up for grabs as well. And, of course, the VeVe supporter giveaway. So all that is on a wheel of names. So, Chris, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's all there. So, Chris, what did you win? Dun, 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 dun. You have won yourself the teacher.
Kid Arcade.
You won the Kid Arcade.
I have a lot of his NFTs. They're gorgeous.
And of course, shout out to Kid Arcade.
Thank you, Kid Arcade. Keep it up.
So we'll remove that. Okay, so now we go back over here, and I'm going to draw us again. And the winner this time around is. It is. Oh, look! Now it is rigged.
Yeah.
Rigged! Rigged! Now, congratulations,
Yeah, baby.
mate. And it's our exhibition. What did you win? Let's find out. Go back to the prize wheel.
The
Spin
VeVe
it.
giveaway. Give me VeVe giveaway.
Let's see what you get. Let's see what you get.
He's working the magic with the universe.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Oh, he's the big one.
Oh, that's
Congratulations, you've got yourself the wild
Congrats.
777. Awesome.
awesome, man.
I will leave you and Scotchy to leave that one to sort that one out between yourselves. But congratulations, Richard. That's amazing, mate. And again, thank you so much, Scotchy, for that one.
No worries.
Okay, and again, we got more guys. What could it be? We've got none. Oh, we got Dungeon
sweet.
Crawler Kevin. So
Nice.
congratulations to you. Hopefully you're still there in the chats. Make yourself known if you are. Look, I see it now saying rigged.
Oh,
yeah.
Right, Dungeon Crawl. Wrong tab. Dungeon Crawler Kevin. Dungeon. Sorry, I'm just writing these all down before I forget about it. Dungeon Crawler Kevin, what have you won? You have won. You've got yourself the VeVe Man NFT.
nice.
So, oh, yeah, there he is. Yeah. So, Dungeon Crawl Kevin. The only requirement for that one is that you must have an ETH-based wallet, whether that be Coinbase, MetaMask, just something I can send this to. If you just get in touch with me on X, or just make yourself known to me somehow, I will get that over to you ASAP. VeVe Man. Cool. Okay, nearly there, guys. Got a few more, then we're gonna start wrapping things up because it is getting rather late. Oh, I was supposed to delete that, but I didn't. Get rid of that. That's better. Okay, 2 more to go, guys. What's that? Okay. Vegan things. Woo! Vegan. And vegan, what did you win? Let's find out. Vegan, you have won yourself all the Twisted Comics bundle. Woo! Nice one. Okay. Twisted
Awesome.
Comics.
I just saw a comment on Dungeon Crawler Kevin. He doesn't have any wallets or anything, so you can run that again, and then you could probably put.
How
his
many
name.
ones so you can run it again?
Yeah. So and then he can still go for the VeVe giveaway, I suppose.
Yeah, maybe.
If he can add them.
Yeah. Oh, well, we'll see what we can do. So what? How? Just had made things complicated for me. Here, let me work this again on the fly. Okay, VeVe man. Thing is, I don't know if I can add him back into the giveaway. That's the thing. Oh, yeah. So we'll move along and we'll try to work something out later.
Scotchy.
So there's a DDS.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes, very cool. Okay, DS, what have you won then? So it's going to be between the VeVe man or alright, so DS gets the VeVe man. Yeah, I mean, what's it? Dungeon Crawler Kev. If you were interested in getting to know about wallets and MetaMask and stuff, I can easily help you set one up, and I can send you a VeVe man. I've got loads of them. But get in contact with me, and I'll fix you up with something.
Oz DDS just said, can you run it again?
You guys are killing me here.
No, they haven't really.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you sneaky no, very cool.
Quick,
So
everyone
I guess,
add something.
this is
Chris, do you have a giveaway?
That's it. Someone's going to tell you now. So, okay, guys. Well, this is going to be for the VeVe supported giveaway. So, the VeVe supported giveaway is none other than Wheels.
Nice, very nice.
First in the chat.
Good to show up.
There we go. Okay, and you got the VeVe giveaway. And that is it. Okay, guys, that concludes all the giveaways. So congratulations to everybody who won something. And yeah, guys, again, thank you for everyone who contributed something to the giveaways. Big thank you to VeVe, big thank you to Scotchy, and big thank you to Kid Arcade. And of course, a big shout out to Davo as well for the VeVe Man NFT, and of course Neil Gibson for the Twisted Comics comic bundle. Like I said in the last episode, get to the comics. Check out his work. His website is on the description of that video, twistedcomics.co.uk. Amazing artist, really cool dude, and I highly encourage you to check out his stuff. And on that note, guys, I've got one last giveaway, but unfortunately it's not for you guys. It is for my guests. I want to offer all of you guys an exclusive Get to the Comics pin. Now, unfortunately, the ones that are in black here I've sold out. I got no more of them, but I got plenty of everything else. So there's a bit of a chase going on for these at the moment. But if you guys are interested and would like to take one, I would like to offer you whatever color you want to choose.
I think I've got the gray one.
Similar to Dungeon, I don't have any Meta wallets or anything like that, so feel free to pass mine on.
I know. I'm pretty sure I still owe you one as well from that Planet Death reading. Okay,
I'll get the orange one.
So orange,
yeah.
Orange is Scotchy done. Orange.
We'll do orange too. Make it easy.
Cool. Okay, orange for Chris. What are you, Richard?
I already got a bunch, man. So we just keep them for the guest next month.
For the guest next month.
Yeah.
Okay, exhibition pass. All right, cool.
Do you need more? Are you running out? Because I think I have 2.
Oh no! Hold on to them, because they seem to be quite popular. So I might even see if Davo, I could even convince Davo to maybe do like a second series for me. But stay tuned, guys, because like it's on my list of stuff I want to do once I move house and get myself reestablished. Because I got a big long list of stuff I want to try and get accomplished. But like I said, guys, unfortunately, this is going to be the last show for a while until I get moved house and get myself established. So there's going to be no VeVe shows from myself. But if Doctor or anyone else wants to host a show in my absence, you're more welcome to. But content creating just on my side of things is it's just going to be ceasing for a while, just so I can focus on family, focus on moving, focusing on getting myself established. And then once everything's all done and dusted, I'll come back nice and strong, guys. So I'm not disappearing. I'm just taking a bit of a break to focus on life, because you got to do that from time to time.
Oh yeah, man, absolutely. It's very more important. Hey, are you going to build a studio?
The best part is this house I'm buying actually has a soundproof studio built on the back of it because the guy who lived in the house before me was a sound DJ, so he needed a sound booth.
Nice.
Very cool.
I literally just said to the missus, I don't care what these people want, give them what they want because I want that studio.
That's sweet.
Yeah. And then you're out of the house as well, so she got a peace of mind.
Exactly.
That's right.
I'm
Happy
out of the
life,
house.
happy life.
I'm out of the house. It's soundproof. It's also self-contained as well. So there's like shower, toilet, all that sort of stuff is in there as
Seriously?
well. I can literally lock myself in there and I can make as much noise as I want. I am ecstatic and I cannot wait. It's just dealing with it is a massive pain, but we're going to get there.
Awesome.
On that note, guys, I better say my good nights, my good mornings, my good evenings, wherever you might be in the world, because it is past that time, and this is the time of night where I start getting that angry text messages from the wife saying "shut up," but I won't have that problem soon. But yeah, again, big thank you to everyone who's been tuning in live at the time of the recording. Big thank you to everyone catching us on the replay. Please remember, guys, like, follow, subscribe to help the channel grow. And of course, a big thank you to my co-pilots and sponsors of the show, which is none other than Richard and Daniel, Comics Exhibition. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Scotchy, thank you so much for coming on the show. I know this is your FA as well. So thank you thank you for coming on. And I'd love to have you back on again when you can. And of course, Chris,
anytime.
Always a pleasure to have you on, Chris, when you can be here.
Thank you so much. That was fun. Another great day,
awesome.
great panel.
Awesome. So I'm just getting my outros together. So guys, yeah. So this has been Get to the Comics. That's it. I'll work on that moving forward. But this has been number 60 with my special guest covering Star Wars #1. Take care, guys. Have a good one. And yeah, guys, I will hopefully won't be out for too long, but I will see you when I get back. All right, take care, guys. See you later.